The presentation sector is an interesting one. You've got companies out there that will do a wonderful job at taking slides and making them look prettier. They may not necessarily add any value, but they will turn your slide decks into works of art. Your audience may be left agog with how beautiful the slides are, but they may not necessarily be any the wiser on your message, your USPs, or the reason they should be working with you, but the slides will look great. That's always been a trap that Eiffel's been keen not to fall into. So we talk a lot with our customers about their content. How can we improve the content that they are sharing? Because a lot of the time it's not just that the content is boring, but there's too much of it. How do we trim out the noise to make sure that the content really does deliver on what the audience needs? And that then has to align itself with the message, because the message ultimately is what your audience are going to remember. So how do we fine-tune that message to ensure that it really resonates with that audience, that it means something to them, that it gives them something to act upon? And those three elements, that's what makes a great presentation. Problem is that people obsess about one rather than all three. And that's where we want to make a change. We believe that actually by focusing on the outcome you want from your presentation will help you get to the message quicker, will help ensure that you only use the relevant content and that the other stuff will put to the side. And when you have a real understanding of the message and the content and the outcome you're aiming for, the design of the slides, the visual punctuation that drives your presentation forward, that then suddenly becomes more valuable. If all you're doing is taking 30 slides and making them pretty, but not actually changing the dynamic and the conversation you're having with your audience, you frankly are building on sand. So look at your presentation going forward. Where are you spending your time? Is it defining the outcome you want? Is it understanding the message that you want your audience to remember? Is it fine-tuning the content in a way that really ensures that your audience is not confused, but actually completely on board with what you have to say? And then finally, design. How are you visually supporting your message in a way that helps your audience understand and take action? By having outcome sat over the top of message, content, and visuals, you have the perfect cocktail for the perfect presentation. Take a look at your current presentation. Judge it against those criteria. Ask yourself the question, is it helping me move the conversation forward, drive action, deliver a return on investment? Because if it isn't, it's time for a change. Share it with us. We will offer our own thoughts and ideas as to how you can optimize your presentation. But my one piece of advice is focus less on the slides and focus more on the outcome you're looking to achieve.